Shantanu has 400 seconds and he's already destroying my computer. Shantanu, keep zen. 400 seconds to tell something which would require 400 days. How are you gonna make it? Shantanu, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Shantanu. As you know, refugees has been a big issue now, and we've got a lot of immigrants from around the world coming. And here's like a number of an app which I saw recently. There are 737 migrants from Sri Lanka. And why do they come? It's because there is a lot of struggle, a lot of difficulty in Sri Lanka due to the long war between the minority and the majority in Sri Lanka. So there are a lot of people affected. And so were my parents, who came in '78. And eventually I was born in Germany, and it gave a very good opportunity for me to learn and see how different it is to live as a refugee, migrant, in a world dominated by a lot of white people. I'm sorry, I'm not racist, but that's how I feel every day. Being affected by everybody looking at me and wondering whether I'm from Pakistan or whether I'm from India or where I'm from. And so my family gave me a lot of nurturing and gave me a lot of support, till one day my mother met an accident and I lost her, and my father was also gone, and I had to make my way from Germany to Sri Lanka because I wasn't having a Sri Lankan, I didn't have German citizenship, because in Germany you don't have a right over the land. So I moved to Chennai, and there I actually ended up studying in a very formal school where you wear uniforms. So from Germany I moved here where everything was kind of linear, but then we had like weekly ones that we could put colorful clothes, but it's like the whole year I wear the same color, so it's like I'm the blue guy, and it was kind of oppressing, but at the same time it gave me a lot of opportunities to express myself. So I was actively working in branding, communication, marketing, and was trying to do a lot of stuff around bringing visual communication to another forefront. And I of course enjoyed dancing also and expressing my oppression. And then I started working with films in South India, and tried to make a lot of interesting short films, and as well as movies around music. And here this movie is about how a child with difficulty grows up. And this was always bothering me, of how entrepreneurship can be brought into young people. And so we started the first biggest hunt for entrepreneurs, and we called it the Next Millionaire Idea in 2011. And we had like a lot of activities, and finally we had a tie-up with MTV, and they were like supporting us. And I was thinking, okay, now I'm on my pinnacle of my life. Everything is going well. I have a Mac in India. I've got chocolate, hot chocolate. I'm having a like good life, and I'm trying to do something good. But then that wasn't enough. You know, there was something lacking, and I didn't know what. And I continued doing what I do. You know, go to work, do my stuff, and then finally one day, I met an accident where a truck ran over me. You know, in India, the roads are very safe, and my bike was kind of run over, and I was like, oh my God. And I was in hospital, but thank God I wasn't having even a single scratch. I was kind of saved. And it kind of struck my mind. I was like, what am I doing? Why the beep am I alive? And that gave me a purpose. It gave me this momentum of understanding there is more to life. And I had to open up my heart, my soul, to the world. And when I was opening up, and this momentum to find love and find purpose again, I met this beautiful woman. I think she's amongst us, and we kind of moved to take it a step forward by innovating our relationship, being very open and dynamic. And we moved to a place called Auroville, which is actually a UNESCO protected site. And in Auroville, I started learning permaculture, design, architecture, started working with the Auroville Film Festival, teaching children how to make short films and movies, and getting young children active on visual communication, writing articles on how artists and architects don't connect, but they should work together. And with this learning and understanding, I started traveling across India, Bangladesh, Nepal, where I started giving various workshops on how innovatively you can make movies and short films. And here you see a picture with documentary filmmaking for Dalit women. Those are like the lower caste women in the south of Asia. And then I was still not satisfied, and that's when I moved to Nepal, because I had to leave also India since I was stateless. And in Nepal, I took up a moment of being a monk, where I started teaching about Buddhism and how to meditate and how to visualize your inner world, so from outside to inside. And it didn't end there. Finally, I realized that I also have an obligation, and I didn't want to end up like how I was living, you know, without parents, and I wanted to be back. So I made my way in a long journey to Belgium, because she was pregnant, and then I started my journey on cycling across and making Brussels hopefully cycle safe. And I enrolled myself into various activities. So I'm a black belt in Taekwondo too. So that was like another way of expression. So from dancing, I wanted to break something, and you know, this disruptive design, or I don't know, destructive design, and I think it kind of worked and helped me to have an overall understanding. Doing various camps, workshops, organizing, and letting people know that being brown doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to steal their jobs and take all their money, no, but it's also about letting them know that, you know, being a migrant or refugee gives another worldview, a lot of ideas, a lot of challenges, a lot of opportunities, not only for others, but also for us as individuals to be integrated. And today's my opportunity, thanks to everybody being here. My family is here. You can see them, they're like the noisiest people here. And I'm very happy and I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I would like to make a sort of call for action, asking everybody to take these differences and bring them together and help people around. If you want to know more about the projects I'm working with, you can talk to me and I can share to you. And please remember, a migrant is always not somebody who takes away your space, but he actually makes your space more beautiful. So let's be flowers, and thank you.
Thank you, Shantanu. How many PechaKucha did we get tonight? Already 8. And here comes the end. In fact, we'll have the last PechaKucha with Martin. Martin is